Don't be afraid. I am with you. Jesus reached out to his listeners by speaking of things they were familiar with. Nothing was more common to those people than the sight of a shepherd leading his flock across a pasture of grass. In those days, in the Middle East, bears or lions often lay wait to attack and steal or kill. Don't be afraid. I am with you. Be strong and brave. And don't be afraid. And don't be frightened because the Lord your God will go with you. I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not leaving them in poverty, but leading them out of it. The high gas prices, the food costs more, rent is going up, and much more. But the good shepherd cares about his sheep. He knows each one by name, and they would respond when he calls. Other words, in the same way, Jesus, the divine shepherd, knows his flock, even though they are scattered around the world. Wow! Even though they are scattered around the world. He says, I have called you by name, and you are mine. Other words, you will never go where God is not. You may be transferred, enlisted it, commissioned it, reassigned it, or hospitalized. You can never go where God is not. Don't be afraid. I am with you. An optimistic understanding is that life can be a bumpy road, but at leading somewhere. You learn from your mistakes and failures and are not afraid to fall again. Don't be afraid. I am with you. Greatness is the road leading towards the unknown. Jesus knows each of us well as he would if we were only ones for whom he came to die. He knows our needs and our pain. He came to attract all people to himself. Don't be afraid. I am with you. My trust in God flows out of experience of his loving me day in and day out. Whether the day is stormy or fair, whether I'm in a good mood or in good health, whether I'm in a state of grace or disgrace, he comes to me where I live and loves me as I am. A good shepherd does not drive his sheep. He does not try to force them or frighten them into going the right way. Instead, he goes ahead of his flock and calls them. This is what our Savior and Shepherd does with you today. Don't be afraid. I am with you. Every morning I wake up and thank God for another day. Jesus' disciples don't follow him to avoid punishment or earn eternal rewards. They see the Savior's life as flawless love, and that attracts their minds and softens their souls. Love rises in their hearts. They hear his voice and they follow him. God has not left us alone through inflation, struggling with high prices, viruses, wars, temptations, and finally be crushed by our burdens. Though we cannot see him, by faith we can hear him saying, "Don't be afraid, I am with you. I have shared your sorrows and your struggles and your temptations. I have cried tears like yours. I know the pain that is too deep to share with anyone else. You are not alone."